All right, good morning, Math for College Readiness. So we are actually, this is not quite our book. We're actually in the fourth edition, but we are starting chapter 9 today, and section 9.1 is measuring length, the metric system. So as you can imagine, this is nothing that you haven't seen before. Our learning objectives for this section is to use dimensional analysis to change units of measure. We're going to understand and use the metric prefixes. We're going to convert units within the metric system and use dimensional analysis to change to and from the metric system. Sounds difficult. It's not. You guys know how to do this. Okay, so let's start talking about length. In the English system, what we're calling the English system, this is the measures that we use. We use feet and inches and yards and miles and things like that. We don't use meters and kilometers. Okay, so our system, we're quite familiar with 12 inches is 1 foot. We look at a ruler, right? There's 12 inches on a ruler. We know that that's 1 foot, sorry. If I look at a yardstick, that's 3 rulers put together, right? That's 3 feet is equal to 1 yard, or 36 inches. And another common unit of measure that we should know is 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. That's probably the least known as far as what you guys have memorized, but that one shouldn't be hard to memorize because it's one that we've used in the past and you'll hear again. So the fractions, the unit fractions that we're going to use are listed down here at the bottom. You'll see that I have 12 inches is 1 foot, or 1 foot is 12 inches. Those are saying the same thing. It's just deciding whether I'm converting from inches to feet or feet to inches. And we'll talk about that in a second. Again here, 3 feet is equal to 1 yard. That means 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. Over here, same thing with feet and miles. I know that 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile, and 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Those are what we're going to call the unit fractions. All right, so let's talk about dimensional analysis. This is when we convert from one unit to another. So if I'm converting from feet into inches, I'm using that dimensional analysis, that unit fraction that we just talked about, to decide. I'm going to be multiplying it by the fraction that I need to convert the unit from, let's say, inches into feet, or let's say inches into yards, or whatever the case may be. So it says convert the measurement to a different unit, multiply by the unit fraction or unit fractions. That's if I'm going from miles per hour into feet per second. I would have to use 2 different units there. The given unit of measure should appear in the denominator of the unit fraction so that this unit cancels upon multiplication. The unit measurement that needs to be introduced should appear in the numerator of the fraction so that this unit will be retained upon multiplication. I'll make that easier in a second when I go through an example. So let's do that. Let's go through example number 1. So if I'm using a conversion, or I'm going to convert here from 40 inches into how many feet? Well, what that was saying on that dimensional analysis is I'm just going to start with 40 inches. Okay, that's going to be my number. I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to put 1 in the bottom just to retain my place. Okay, so see here we have 40 inches. Well, I'm going to make that 40 inches over 1. The unit of measure, we know there's 12 inches in 1 foot, and that's what I'm using. I'm converting inches into feet. Notice how I have my inches up here in the numerator? That means when I use my conversion, I am going to put my inches in the denominator so that they cancel out. So I would use 12 inches down here at the bottom is equal to 1 foot on top. Because notice now I have, when I multiply this, those inches here, the unit inches, and the unit inches here, those are going to cancel out. When they do, what am I left with? Well, I have feet on the top, nothing on the bottom. So I've converted now inches into feet. So now I'm just going to multiply across. 40 times 1 gives me 40. 1 times 12 gives me 12. So I have 40 feet over 12, and I would never leave a fraction like this because that is not simplified. I'm going to go ahead and simplify that and reduce it to either one of those. You could have 3 1/3 or 3.3 with a bar over it, for meaning that the 3 repeats itself. That's how many feet. That's the equivalent to the 40 inches. Okay, so 3.5 feet, excuse me, 3 1/3 feet is equal to 40 inches. All right, let's do another one. Let's try this B here. We have 13,200 feet, and we're going to change that into miles. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm starting with 13,200 feet. So I'm going to put this on top, and I'm going to put that over 1. I'm just putting the 1 there to hold my place, okay? I don't want to forget that this isn't on the numerator. I want to remember that. So I'm putting 13,200 over 1. It holds my value, or holds my place, so that I know this is the numerator, therefore this is the denominator. I'm converting and getting rid of feet and changing it into miles. So you have to know that conversion. Remember, we have 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. Well, notice how my feet dimension is up here on the top. It's in the numerator. For that to cancel out, I would have to have feet in the denominator. So therefore, the fraction that I'm going to multiply this by is 1 mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Notice then the feet will cancel out. So now I've changed it and converted from feet into miles. Now I just have to do the math part. Well, 13,200 times 1 is 13,200. 1 times 5,280 is 5,280. So my unit of measure is going to be miles. So I'm going to have 13,200 on top, 5,280 on the bottom. And again, you can see those two can be reduced. So I'm going to reduce that to 2.5 miles, 2.5. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So let's talk about the metric system. This is one that we are not as familiar with, but we've got kilometers, hectometers, decameters, decimeters, centimeters, and millimeters. Those are all base 10. Other countries believe this is easier, and we're one of the very few that don't use the metric system. So if I look at this, what this is telling me is that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. 1 hectometer is equal to 100 meters. 1 decameter is equal to 10 meters, and so on, right? Down here, 1 millimeter is equal to 1/1000th of a meter. So we're going to use a little trick here when we're doing our conversion. I want you to actually stop your notes or stop the video so you can write this in your notes, and make sure you write these down in this order: km, hm, DAM, M, DM, CM, and MM. Okay, this is going from the large down to the small. Okay, so kilometers is our biggest. Meters, remember, that's kind of right in the middle. And millimeters is our smallest. So if you can remember this, if I look at the top, if I'm going and moving, changing from kilometers to, say, let's say centimeters, how many times would I be doing that? I'm going to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters. So I would multiply that by 10 5 times, from going from kilometers to centimeters. Now on the flip, if I'm changing, let's say, millimeters into meters, well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to divide this by, there's 1, 2, 3, 10 3 times. Okay? Or I'm moving my decimal place over 3 times. Up here, I would be moving it to the right. Down here, I'm going to move it to the left. So let's see how that works. Example number 2, we're going to convert 504.7 meters to kilometers. So let's come back up here. Meters to kilometers. So we're going from here over here to the left, right? So we're going to come down here to divide, right? We're going to move it to my decimal place over 1, 2, 3 times. So let's come over here. So if that's my number, here's my decimal place. If I move it to the left 3 times, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Actually, I have it better listed here. Here's our thing. Remember, meters to kilometers. So we're going 1, 2, 3. So therefore, our conversion would be 504.7 meters is equal to sorry, I can't see that very well, 0.5047 kilometers. I think I have one more example here for you for today. So example number 3, let's convert 27 meters into centimeters. And I have that pulled up here. So if we're going from meters, pull this down just so you can see it, meters to centimeters. Notice I'm going to the right, aren't I? So I'm going to move the decimal place over 1, 2 times to the right. Well, if it's 27, where's my decimal here? Where is it? Where is it? Come on, tell me. Okay, yes, it's right. It's understood to be after the 7, isn't it? If there's no decimal point, it's actually understood to be there at the end. So this is 27 decimal. So if I'm moving it 2 decimal places to the right, I have to add 2 zeros, don't I? So I'm going to go 27, bring it over down a little bit more. If it's understood to be right here, I'm going to go 1, 2. So 27 meters is equal to 2,700 centimeters. Okay, so what I need you to do is, if you haven't already, go to RenWeb and upload, or download I should say, the worksheet. It is 9.1, classwork 9.1, part A, and you can do all that from these 3 examples right here. I think there is 16 questions, and I actually give you this right here, this little cheat sheet on the ones that are dealing with this conversion here. So that's already given for you, but I do want to make sure you write it down in your notes. Then when you're done with that, go ahead and upload it into the homework drop and tune back in tomorrow for part B. Talk to you guys later. Oh, help. I don't know how to make this stop.